This is how hackers keep their secrets secret. Today we're diving into file encryption, how it works, and how you can use it to protect your files. You see, hackers don't just save their files in folders or on their desktop like normal people, at least not their malicious ones, right? They use encryption. Let me show you how easy it is to encrypt your files. So, what is encryption? I went ahead and just pulled it up on Google like anybody does, right? Encryption is the process of converting data into a secret code to prevent unauthorized access. So that makes sense, right? We're taking a file or whatever we're taking, some some piece of data, and we're encrypting it so that only I or whoever I designate can open it up, can see it, so that any peering eyes can't just look at my stuff, right? That's the point of encryption. Um, and there's two types of encryption. I actually found this good diagram online to show you. There's symmetric encryption and there's asymmetric encryption. So symmetric encryption, it just uses one key to encrypt and decrypt a message. So that key is precious. It's a private key, right? You don't want to share that with anybody that you don't want to be able to see your stuff. So if you have this private, if you're using symmetric encryption and you just have that one key, if you're sharing that with somebody, you have to do it like in a, out of like not a normal way of communicating. So maybe you call them on the phone, which is still risky, right? Someone could tap your phone. Hackers could tap your phone, right? But you have to call somebody on the phone or in person and share this key with them. Um, you do not want to send it over email or text or anything that someone could intercept, because then they would be able to look at your secret messages. They wouldn't be secret anymore, right? With asymmetric encryption, there's two keys. This is the cool part. So the public key is something that you share with people, right? And then the public key actually encrypts the data. The private key decrypts the data. So like I said, the public key is something that you share with people. It's public. The private key is what you want to keep to yourself at all times. That should never be shared. So say I wanted to share a message with Jim and we're using asymmetric encryption. I would just share my public key with him and then he would share his public key with me. Okay. So, yeah. So if he was going to send a message to me, he would take my public key, encrypt it, and then send it to me so that I would be able to open that with my private key. Okay. And then I would put his public key and encrypt a message and then send it to him so that he could decrypt it with his private key. Does that make sense? Let's do it. So today we're going to be using GPG4Win. You can go here. I'll have this link in the bio. But if you go to gpg4win.org and download this, I actually already downloaded it, but it installs a couple of cool things. And one of them is Kleopatra. So that's the app I'm going to show you today. The first thing you need to do when you get this is create that key pair. So I already created mine. Actually, I'll delete mine. Yeah, let's delete it. Yep, let's really delete it. Really delete it. Get it out of there. Okay. We'll keep Jim's, but I'll make one just to show you what it looks like. Okay. So this one's for me. So I'll put my name in there. I'll say I'll protect it with a passphrase, and then I'll change my encryption to RSA 4096 and do okay. And then I'll put my passphrase. I'm just gonna do something simple. 1, 2, 3. Just something simple for the video, right? But keep in mind, like, this passphrase needs to not be simple. It needs to be like a password that's protecting your bank account, right? And if you're someone that doesn't use a good password for your bank account, make a better password. Okay, I don't know what to tell you. Like, this needs to be a good password, right? Because otherwise, someone might be able to crack it, and then your messages won't be secret. So we'll go with that, right? It's creating my key pair any second. Okay, there we go. Got my key pair, right? So if I was going to send, so what we're going to do is I'm going to delete this text, this encrypted message that I made earlier and I'm going to show you this. This is the text file, right? We open it up. It's the lyrics to Call Me Maybe. I think you've probably heard of this before. Right? But it's just a clear text file. Anybody can read it. Anybody could open it up. If I send it in an email and someone got that email or got whatever I send it, right? They'd just be able to open it and read it and be like, all right, there it is. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this text file, we're going to encrypt it and send it to Jim. Okay. So let's sign and encrypt something. Go to the desktop and we'll click the text file, open. All right. So I'm going to sign it as myself because I'm sending it. So sign it as yourself and then you're sending it to Jim. So you're going to encrypt it for Jim. Yeah. Right. I mean, obviously if someone sent you your their public key, it would actually show up in this encrypt for others. But since this is just a lab, I made the two keys myself. It says encrypt for me, but this would be, you would put whoever you'd want to send it to in this portion. And you might not even want I mean, you can have it as yourself be able to unencrypt it as well. But like if you just want it one-way communication, just put the person you're sending it to right here. All right, so I'm encrypting the text file, right? I've signed it as myself. I got it set up for Jim here. This is his public key. So I'm going to encrypt with a password just to have that extra layer. And then we'll put that password in there. Done. Okay. So this is my passphrase for my public key or my private key. Boom. All operations complete. All right, here is my encrypted file. And just like before, if we open it with Notepad, there you go. Completely encrypted. No idea what's going on here. Right? Okay. So say I just sent that to Jim, right? And now we're going to act as Jim. So now we're on Jim's computer. We're going to decrypt and verify. And then click on the file. So this would be the file, right? This is the file before encryption, but I just sent this file to Jim. This is the encrypted file. So let's open up the encrypted file. Boom. Okay. Let's put the output folder. Look, valid signature by me and the recipient Jim. Okay, so that makes sense. That works. And then we will actually output it to the, let's output it to the downloads. Select folder. So we're going to output the file to downloads. Save all. And then we're going to make the text file. We're going to call it Jim's lyrics. Rename. Boom. All right. So now if I open up my downloads, I got Jim's lyrics right here. And it's the Call Me Maybe. You see? So just to wrap it up, what we did, we took this text file, we encrypted it to make it look like this. Then Jim opened up this text file, decrypted and verified it, and it came out to be Jim's lyrics right here. Back to where it was originally in clear text. So, file encryption. What do you think? Pretty cool if you ask me. But I've been saying a lot about hackers and keeping things secret, and that's not really what it's all about. It's more about protection and keeping your stuff secure. This is the same technology that's used to keep your bank account secure, your medical records secure. At your jobs, they encrypt all their stuff there. It's all about protection and security. Hackers, cybersecurity pros, normal people, they all rely on this technology. This technology is also what hackers rely on for ransomware. So you hear about a company getting hacked, right? And then all their stuff's encrypted. That's what's happening. The company's stuff has been encrypted by hackers, and the companies don't have the key, right? To decrypt it. It's all about the key. So if you feel like you maybe understood encryption a little bit better after watching this video, or if you just felt like a mini hacker, leave a like. It really helps out a lot. And subscribe if you want to see more cybersecurity stuff made simple.